today.
Yeah, we're starting 7.2 because I'm just looking right quick to see if I have any. I don't see any. Okay, so 7.2. 7.2 is, we're going to be looking at mu is equal to a number other than 0. Mu is equal to a number other than 0. Let's just put in parentheses 100. I like to use 100 a lot because it's easy to add. Okay? And a standard deviation not equal to 1. Standard deviation not equal to 1. And I'm going to use 25 because that is easy to add. Now, some other things that you need to know. You need to know how to change a regular number into a z-score. So this is red. And that is z is equal to x minus mu over standard deviation. And you need to know how to make x back into, you need to know how to make a z-score into test score, which is x is equal to oz plus mu.
What is that? Z-score into a what?
Into a test score. You'll understand that when we actually do a question.
A test score, and then the other one is changing the regular number to a z-score?
Yep. A test score. This change a test score into a z-score. I'll just write it. Hold on. This changes a test score, like an IQ test, whatever they give you, into a z-score. And this changes a z-score back into a test score. Now I'm going to put test in quotation marks because sometimes it's a test score, sometimes it's days after pregnancy, someday it can be anything. X is what it's called. X is what it's called. So X can be a test score, it can be days carrying the pregnancy or carrying during the pregnancy. It can be anything that's asked out of the question. And we'll get to that as we get to a question. All right, the first thing you want to do on these problems is draw what?
Empirical.
Draw a picture. Slash curve, which all of you, well, 3 or 4 of you have done this. You should have those. I'm going to have to get an example started. I've got to email my department head. Draw a picture slash curve. Use the empirical rule as much as possible to estimate. Use the empirical rule to estimate. ER stands for empirical rule. And then 3, do what you need to do. Now, that means you may have to change a test score into a z-score, or then look for the area and then find a z-score and change the z-score into a test score. All right, that's number 3 has to do with these 2 right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at some homework questions. And we're going to look at some different homework questions. And they are a little bit different from what we've been doing. So let me go to the handy dandy homework. And pull up 127.2. Homework. And the first 5 or 6 questions we've done went over. They give you like 4 z-scores and you draw it. And let me go back one. Okay, here's one. This one is not like what I just told you. This one is a little bit different from the ones that we did before. And I want you to do this one. I want you to draw a picture of it. And then I want you to use your calculator to actually do the area. Now, while you're doing that, I've got to write an email. So I'm going to let you do that while I write an email. My department head. Oh.
Is it giving you a summer class?
No. She's fussing about something. Fussing about. She wants me to put my classes in the what you call it. No, okay. It's too complicated to explain. Just draw the picture. Oh, and my phone wants to write on cap locks. All right, so this problem, I take my handy dandy curve right here, and I do 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. I got a one of my night students, her daughter takes another 120 class, and the mom is drawing these curves like this, and the daughter's going, "What's that?" And the mama says, "This is the picture you're supposed to be doing when you're doing your homework." And the student said she had no clue what this was. Can you believe that? The teacher not even told them that they need to be drawing a picture. No wonder they can't do the stuff. All right, below -2 and above -2. Got it? Now, I'm going to use the empirical rule to guesstimate. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put empirical rule to estimate. So below -2, probability below -2 is 0.15 and 2.35, which is 2.5%. And then above -2 is 2.5%. So that's 5% or 0.0500. Now that is an estimate using the empirical rule. And everybody should see that. What's 2.35 and 0.15? That's 2.5. So 2.5 below, 2.5 above, that's 5% or 0.0500. Now, the z-score is more detailed, okay? The z-score by the table or by the calculator is more detailed. So it's going to be more accurate than the empirical rule, more accurate. Now, can somebody tell me what you notice about these two regions? They are what to each other?
Identical.
They're identical. They're symmetrical. So when you have two areas that are symmetrical, then you can just take the area and multiply by what? 2. So if you have two areas that are symmetrical, and I don't know if that's right or not. I don't think it has 2 T's in it. Anyway, I don't think it has 2 T's. Somebody check the spelling on symmetrical. I don't think it has 2 T's in it. If you have two areas that are symmetrical, you just take the area of one and multiply by 2, or you can take the area of the first region plus the area of the second region and just add them together. Okay, that's 2 ways to do it. So I need somebody to take your calculator, or I'll do it, and I'm going to do -9999 to -2 in my calculator. So I'm going to go second vars, normal CDF, -9999 to -2. And enter. And I'm going to multiply that by what? I'm going to multiply that by 2. And that'll give me 0.0455. And that's my answer, 0455.
Can you do that again? What did you do?
Second bars, normal CDF,
Mm-hmm.
negative 9999 to 2, negative 2. And that's this area right here. That's this area right here, negative 9999 to negative 2. And since they're symmetrical, I'm going to multiply them by 2. So go back to the calculator and hit paste. And there is my area, and I'm going to multiply it by 2 since they're symmetrical. And my answer is 0.0455. 0.0455. And that's your answer. So let's go back to the homework question and type in 0.04. I put it up there again, so if you do watch the video, you can pause it right here. Okay, and type in 0.0455. 0.0455. There you go. Now look at the next question. Oh, look at this one. I want y'all to do this one. Do it on another curve. I'm gonna let y'all draw it. Let me blow it up. Some of y'all might can't see it. There you go. B. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all something, and I mean this with all sincerity. This is for another class. But sending me all your homework questions in a row is not the way to do your homework. You're supposed to try to work through and help me solve this, and you're supposed to, but no, I get students that'll send me number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, all the way, send me the whole section of homework. Of course, I don't do it because I know what they're doing. Zero, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. I want somebody to tell me, well, I'm going to do 1 since this is a different problem. I'm not going to do them in the same color because they're not what? What's the word of the day?
No.
Symmetrical.
Symmetrical. They're not symmetrical. So I'm going to do 2 different colors. I'll do pink and blue. So my -1.56 is right about here. And this is -1.56. And the other one is positive 2.56, isn't it? 2.56. 2.56 is going to be right in there. I wonder how many people in here that loved coloring when y'all were little, because I hated it. I wonder if y'all enjoy this section because you get to color.
Why don't you like coloring?
And nobody says anything. Thank you. Because I couldn't draw inside the lines. Yes. Yeah, I have issues.
So you didn't like coloring books and all that?
No, because I could never, I tried and I tried and I tried. And you see how it looks. It's still outside the lines, and right where it's near the lines, it's real dark, and it just looks awful. I'm all right. I take medication now. Was that a laugh? Did somebody actually laugh?
Yes, I'm laughing.
You're not supposed to do that.
You're funny.
Miss Macagina, you know these people are going to get mad at you. Miss Macagina's in the corner of a room. Are you at one of the campuses, or are you at your house?
I'm at one of the campuses.
I was fixing to say, it looks like Pendleton.
No, I'm in Anderson.
Are you at the Pendleton campus? Oh, you're in Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So 2.56 and negative 1.56. Now, watch. I'm going to do the empirical rule. I'm going to do the pink. I'm going to do 0.15, 2.35, and 1.5 is right in here. So that would be 6.75%. So I'm just going to say that this area right here is 6%. So I'm going to add 6. Now you might add 7. That would be too much because 6.75 is the dashed line. So I wouldn't put 7. You could put 6.5. You could put 5 because you see that it's a little bit shy of the dashed line. So, and where did I get 6.75? 13.5. Since this is 0.5, half of 13.5 is 6.75. You need to think like that, okay? So that's 8.5%, which is 0.0850. Now that's my estimate. Now let's do the blue. The blue empirical rule estimate, 0.15 plus, well, this is about, what's half of 2.35? 1.17. So I'm going to do 1.1. And I get 1.25, which is 0.0125. Now the question says add them together. So my answer with the empirical rule is 0.0975. That's my estimated answer. Now, of course, you do not need to go through all this writing. Eventually, you do this where? In your head. Okay? You don't need to be doing this. By your third or fourth, fifth question, you don't need to be doing this. You need to be doing it in your head. That's why the picture is so important. So now I want somebody, well, we're going to do it on the calculator, negative 9999 to 1.56. And then we're going to do the blue area, which is 2.56 to 9999. So y'all be doing that in your calculator, and I'm going to do it in my calculator. I'm going to give everybody another 30 seconds to write this down. All right, so my handy dandy calculator. Clear, clear, clear. All right, here we go. Second, vars, normal CDF, and I'm going from negative 9999 to negative 1.56. Now, what was my empirical rule? My empirical rule estimate was 0.0850. Let's see how close I am. I was way off. 0.0594. 0.0594. So I'm going to write that down here. 0.0594. And that is the correct answer. Okay, I said 9% or 10%. They say 6%. So I was way off. I should have took more off of the 6.75. Yeah, I should have done a little bit more than 6. Okay, now let's do the blue. I'm just going to hit second, enter, and change this to, which way do we read?
Left to right.
Left to right, so 2.56 comes first. And I can't type. 2.56, comma, 9999. I'm just going to put a bunch of 9s till I get to that next comma. And that's supposed to be, hold on, I done screwed it up. Oh, shit. I'm about ready to quit. Second, enter. Second, enter. There we go. I got to change it again. Hold on. So that's going to be 2.56. 2.56, comma. I forgot to put the comma. 9999. Enter. 0.0052. 0.0005. And I estimated 0.0125. So add those two together, 0.0052 plus 0.0594. And that's equal to 0.0646. And that is your answer. So 0.0975. I was a little bit off, and I'll tell you why I was off. Because I should have took off 5. I should have took off more than just 0.75 here, where I did the 6. I should have put a 5 here and said that was 5%. That's what I should have done. So let's type in 0.0646. 0.0646. And it's just there. And we're still waiting. There we go. Well done. how you should not cook your meat. You should not cook your meat well done. That's destroying good meat.
I disagree.
You're just eating leather at that point.
No, you're there ain't no disagreeing. There is no disagreeing. You should not, period.
You're
I'm
just eating
kidding.
leather at that point. That's not even a steak.
Yeah, it is.
My
All
steak-
right. Find the area. What'd you say, Miss Macagina?
I had my steak medium rare one time, and I almost threw up. It was horrible.
Medium rare is that's the way I get my steaks. You just need to get yours medium, but don't well done is that's destroying. All right, C, do that one. These are 3 test questions and 1 test question, but it's 3 good test questions. Now it's a whole lot easier since you got your curve, unless y'all are one of those people that refuses to copy, print these out. And if you're one of those people, then I'm sorry, it's your fault. I know, being accountable is awful, isn't it? All right, what is negative 0.22? Well, let me put my 0, my numbers in, and then I'll show you what my drawing looks like. 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. And negative 0.22, well, there's 0.5, so 0.22 would be half of that. 0.25, that's close enough for government work. And I'm just going to do pink hatching because we're running out of time. All right, so there is 0.22, negative 0.22. And my right-hand side, we're going to do it in blue, is 1.3. Well, there's 1.5 right there. So I'm going to do 1.3 right about here. And I'm going to hatch that area. Now, does it say above or does it say between? Okay, yeah, it says to the left of 22 and to the right of 130. So yours should look like this. Is that what y'all's look like?
Nope.
Everybody should look like
Yes.
this, 1.3. Now, of course, mine is pretty much perfect, but y'all are striving for perfection. All right, now I'm not going to do the empirical rule right here because we're out of time. So we're just going to do straight. We're going to do, I need somebody to give me the area in pink, please. -9999 to negative 0.22. Somebody give me 4 digits, please. Four decimal points.
I
Okay,
got
I'll do it.
0.4129.
4129, and that looks good because this is 50% right here, so that's 41%. So that looks right. And there went my mouse. If y'all didn't hear it, my mouse just hit the floor. All right, somebody do 1.3 to positive 999. I've got hardwood floor in my kitchen, my breakfast room and kitchen, and my mouse and batteries are all over the floor. Damn brushes. Well,
Hubert, I got 0.96.
go ahead and do the work. No. 0.09?
Yes, sir.
0.0968? Okay. I thought you said 0.968. 0.0968. Did anybody get 0.0968? Add those two together, please. while I pick up my injured mouse and try to find the other battery. There it is.
Move that thing out the way. Please.
I'm going. You don't tell me what to do, woman. Hold on.
Please.
Listen to her. You can tell she's been married. I bet you've been married, hadn't you, Miss Dennis?
Yep.
Yep. Telling me to get that thing out of the way. I'm going to put it all over here now that I got everything. There you go. There, Miss Dennis. I've got everything right there where you can see it. Miss Dennis, I'm glad you got a good personality. You have to be in your profession, because I couldn't do your profession. Okay, somebody add those two. What do you get? 0.508 point, I don't know, what is it?
5097.
Did you say 0.5097?
Mm-hmm.
And that's your answer. Let's check it out. 0.5097. And my mouse. I must have put the batteries in the wrong way. Dang it. I have to use this mouse pad. Point 5097. Now, we did 3 test questions today. Now, a lot of you are saying, well, you haven't used those formulas yet. We haven't got those questions yet. So keep working on for 7.2. And when you get to questions that you have no earthly idea, stop. So right now, you should be working on 7.1 and about half of 7.2, at least up to this question. Okay? And I will see y'all Friday. And Miss Dennis, you gonna stay after? You need to ask me a question?
Yes, sir.
All right, rest of y'all can leave, and I'll see y'all Friday.
Thank you.
Cut off the recording.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. And Miss Macagina, go get yourself a medium steak. Medium. She probably already left.